something I've found funny over the last half an hour's broken out on this Twitter. Just a subtle thing. James Lindsay, if he ever checks his inbox, he'll find that he's got like maybe 5 messages from me saying, "I'd like a word with you, sir. I think I can be of service." Well, he's never read one, so, you know, you never know. One day he might, and then he'll read them all and be like, "Oh, fucking hell, I should really check my DMs more often." And that'll be the lesson. But he's got himself in a to and fro with someone who would call themselves a religious exponent, let's say. A based Christian. It's like, here we go. Someone asked me yesterday, it's like, they put it to me, it's like, your boss seems like he could be busy at the moment knocking down all kinds of tyrants and cult leaders. Yeah, he kind of is. I said to this guy, so if James Lindsay ever checks his inbox, we might be able to get a few more of them. We might be able to snag a few more and see a few more of them pop off and self-destruct. But he's got it today where a guy who's, I mean, he has done more work than anyone else. He takes a situation that we find ourselves in, socially and spiritually now he as an absolute disaster. He's the only person in the world, I think, who takes it seriously enough. I don't take it seriously enough. He does. It's like my means are limited. I do the best I can, but it's like he takes it seriously enough. So he's got this guy and he's putting it to him as to say, you know something, James, you might want to just shut the fuck up because you're not a Christian, you're not a Catholic, you don't know anything about theology. I suggest you shut up. And obviously he's not bowing down to that. And then I've seen this and seen this going on, and on every one of these tweets, I replied with this: never let a Christian pull rank, ever. An absolute rule. And then actually got my first ever response from this guy who I've been like actually trying to get hold of for ages, but the world doesn't work like it once did. Once upon a time you could write to him and it'd have been, you know, a letter had turned up and he'd be like, okay, well, he sent me an envelope with his address on to send him a reply, so I'll respond. And it's like, right, you've been clocked. But nowadays you can't even do that. It's like communications now are even worse than they've ever been. Response: he has a master's degree. And my response: I was an altar boy, and I say never let them pull rank. You see this thing, right? God, this is the guy, yes. This guy, this is as it's developed. James, you might be used to running circles around midwits, but the honest reality, fucking disingenuous prick talking like that, is you are out of your depth in this convo. You don't know Christian theology. And I'm not intimidated by you and won't be backed down by you. Happy to have a civil discourse, but this isn't that. Civil discourse is for James to say, okay, Daddy, I'll shut the fuck up because I'm hurting your feelings. That's what this guy would accept as being civil discourse. And it's like, these guys are the worst. It's put to me yesterday, I'm like, if James ever gets in contact with me, I'm going to show I'm going to give him the tools to take out a load of tyrants. And who are the tyrants? These guys. These Christian conservatives. So it's like, he pulled rank, and I'm like, he pulled rank? Let me tell you something about theology, right? It's between you and God. You are the center of your own unique perspective of you and the universe, you and God. The closer you are to God, the closer you are to yourself. And there's a price. And God is a punisher. And God is the hardest taskmaster there is to serve. It's like, this is no fancy or folly as to you pull rank between me and my God. Now, if I'm confronted with that, the vitriol you get from my good self, if someone was to try and throw down between me and God, a stranger, throw down between me and God, both me and God would turn on him. So it's like, I've now rattled a few cages. There's a few people like, if you don't know what you're talking about, you should shut up. It's like, you know my Father better than I do? Stranger? Christians, when they pull rank, so I'm like, this is what I was after. This is what I wanted. This is what I was after. It's like, if we can get these Christians to pull rank and behave like this, it's like they are absolutely no different to the left that they oppose. Absolutely the same people. Absolutely the same gatekeepers. Just set up on a different side, being paid to do nothing, being ineffectual sellouts, who are no closer to God than anyone else, including I. And for them to pull rank is to offend and open the door to be ridiculed because what you speak of is magic. You can come between me and God? James with the correct response to this. Magician. Doesn't mean you're not a midwit. I'm not trying to intimidate you. You're such a bitch. It's like, let the right game commence. Let the right games begin.